Welcome to the Astrology for October 2022. Thank you for joining me. Okay, here we go. There was a new moon on September 25th, and that sort of set the tone for the month of October. It gives us the attitude to step up and into what needs to be done. Clearly, we have our work cut out for us this month. There are many things pulling at us to get our attention. It may feel overwhelming because of the seemingly nonstop levels of crisis and problems. Recognize that the steps necessary will take a lot of time and effort. Start slowly and allow the momentum to build as it gains footholds and begins to be able to pull the heavy loads that each of us feel as if we are carrying. October 2nd is a good moment that will set the stage for the progression to happen as Mercury comes out of the frustrating cycle of retrograde. And while it will take the whole month to really get going, at least the impulse is there to organize in new ways and to get our routines into a smoother sequence. On the 10th, Mercury will come back into Libra and the blocks to progress will begin to get unstuck. October 8th, Pluto will also go direct, and I find when Pluto shifts, it is a big deal on many levels. Pluto tends to lurch as it moves forward, and so those that are sensitive to subtle energy will feel this day in positive and empowering ways. The feelings that have persisted but not had enough energy or drive will begin to unravel the knots that have been holding us back, and we will begin the steps to take us out of the old and into a much newer and more interesting place. October 9th, there is a full moon in assertive Aries. It makes us reflect on our choices and actions over the past year. It allows us to see the closer relationships that have helped us through the processes of our current challenges in a new light. There are subtle yet powerful forces trying to get us going and to initiate new ways and a new potential. We are trying to see what is really needed and manifest a plan before leaping into what we think we want. With this full moon, we also have the Sun and Venus aligning and then trining to Saturn. It is important to keep our expectations in a reasonable place. The practical must replace illusions. There will be many that want to escape into illusions with Mars and Neptune squaring, but keep both feet on the ground and know that it would be wise to not let our hope project too much pressure onto the harsh, real work that is ahead. October 23rd, Saturn will go direct, and that will make us finally understand that our goals need to be realistic and practical. Big pieces need to be in place, and we have huge levels of effort and responsibilities that will need to be handled over the next few years. Think in the long term because there really are no other ways to cope. On October 25th, there is a new moon in the intense sign of Scorpio, and it will also have a partial solar eclipse right there. Know that some will take this energy and want to control others through the manipulation of money and the suppression of the people's personal power. The energy of this eclipse will last for months, and know that we will witness the harsh extremes of the human condition. If we are lucky, we will only have to witness the fear, loss, despair, and hopelessness of others. Pray that it will not hit us personally. Major problems and vulnerabilities that have been hidden by government's policies and laws will be exposed. With this comes a hard conjunction to Venus, and there are those that will challenge our values and those that will refuse to cooperate with the joint efforts of others. Personal relationships have huge challenges, and the emotional intensity may surprise us. I expect the stock markets to continue to make huge corrections. Those that have emotional attachments to their financial security will become massively upset. How we see our resources will force a change in perspective. Use this energy to become more encouraging to others and learn to share what we have. Jupiter is still retrograde and goes backward into Pisces on the 28th. It will be there until December 20th. This can cause us to feel careful around our finances and to question if we are loved by those that we put so much energy towards. Remember that those that truly love us are spiritual family, and while there are moments when we must step back and reevaluate things, those connections are timeless. If those feelings are energetically reciprocated and shared, then those forces transcend time and space. Be encouraging, but not attached. And finally, on October 20th, Mars will head into retrograde in Gemini, and it will be there until January 12th, 2023. Mars turned in an inward direction will intensify many feelings and make small things seem deeply personal. Try to remember that. Make a choice to take the pressure off yourself and lessen your expectation of others. Notice when you are too tired and exhausted, and in such a moment, don't take more on. Don't make promises you can't keep, and don't question the motives of others. Let things be. Let things flow, and let others seek their own answers to their choices and motivations. Thanks, everyone. Have a great month.